Hey guys, it's the Twiddler. Thanks for joining me here tonight. Man, have we got some information to share with you. There are some TCGs coming out. Not 100% sure whether you guys are all into other types of TCGs or not, but I've got some information for you coming up. Stay tuned. Hey guys, and welcome back for another edition of the Rare Tower. This is going on like our 30th Rare Tower overall, but we've had to renumber them and everything over the past for different reasons and whatnot. But anyways, guys, I want to point this out immediately to you right here. The September giveaway. This is video number 4. Video number 4 so far. So all I need for you guys to do is listen for the question in a little bit, answer it in the comments below, and you're entered. I mean, that's all there is to it. So all I need for you to do is answer the question in the comments. Share this with your friends if you get an opportunity. If they comment under your name, you get an additional entry for a Double Masters 2022 Collector Booster Pack. So tell me that's not awesome. So I know I always look off in this direction or something, but I'm always looking I'm always looking at me. So anyways, just wanted to show you guys that. Before we get started today, I got some mail in. I wanted to share some information with you guys from a friend of mine that I watch every day just about. This is Bam MTG. Now, obviously, he's got a presence on just about everywhere, I think, now. So where I've been following him recently, all of the guys over there at Bam MTG, because there's not just Brandon and Mel, or you got Kylan and I'm sorry, I apologize, Raymond, and a couple other people, I believe, that make up that whole crowd. And if you didn't get an opportunity to see the hot pepper challenge that was the other day, you ought to get on Whatnot and find that stream and take a look at it and whatnot. So anyways, I got some mail from them. I wanted to share it with you guys. I wanted to encourage you, if you get an opportunity, go over and sub to Bam MTG on YouTube. Go over and them on Facebook. Follow them on Whatnot if you get an opportunity. We're all here to support each other, and they finally have a presence over there, and they're doing really well, as you can see. They've already got 532 followers and sold 262 packs and everything so far. So really, really cool. It gives you some good information on them. They're doing really well. Good friends of mine. Love supporting them. So if you guys get an opportunity, please definitely go check them out. So, all right, guys. So here is what I got. I got a package from them from a live stream that I participated in. I like to participate from time to time in different ways. You know, people who support me, I like to support them back. So, so look at this. You get a Bam MTG sticker. I'm gonna have to start collecting those. I've got about 5 or 10 different stickers now from different content creators, and you get a little like a packing slip and everything. And then here is what I won. So let's take a look real quick. I know that I recently won some other stuff, but I love all this stuff. So let's kind of go through it real quick. So it was a new Capenna pack, obviously, that I opened. And let's see what kind of... did he... Oh, my God, I was kidding. They said, here's the Gala Greeters. I said, I'll take it. I was kidding because I have about 25 of these. But thank you so much. I'll add these. I think, in about 10 years, those will be great prizes for somebody. All right, so let's take a look. There's another. So we'll put that down there. It looks like the hits are right here. So we'll put these in the back. Put these all together. Take them off screen for just a second, and here we go. Okay, so let's take a look at everything. Obviously, these are a little bit backwards. We got Skybridge Towers, Nimble Larcenist, Forge Boss, Graveyard Ships, Suspicious, all these different things. Oh, love the lands. I actually take those out because I use them, and I will put them into separate packs for the lands and everything. So, Broker's Charm, Cabretti, Maestros. Everybody is very familiar with the new Capenna stuff. So we got all this stuff here. There's my plains. We'll put that with the forest. And we got a Xander's Lounge. That was one of the nice hits that I got. And there you go. A signed card from them and an Obscura Interceptor. So there you go. There are your rares out of those 2 packs. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, guys. I am actually going to put these into the rare tower that we're about to start. So let me... Oh, look at this. This is behind Jenny Faye, Jetmire's second. That was behind the Xander's Lounge. So I didn't even... I missed it only because this one, I didn't see anything behind that one. So we're going to add all of those into the rare tower. So let me get these set real quick. And then we will scan them and get them put into our game. As you guys know, I do scan all of my rares and mythics and even some of my commons and uncommons, apparently now, to make absolutely sure that you guys are getting your value in my games. And I have a good time doing this. I know a few of you love coming over and checking this stuff out. But in an effort to get more people, to get, more people to watch and to really kind of become engaged in some of the content that I put out there, I have started the giveaway. So it'll be monthly. It'll be something interesting. So this month, we're going big. We're going with the collector pack. Next month, it could be, I don't know, it could be a bundle. It could be something else, as awesome as this. So, excuse me, I apologize. We got a little bit of a throat bug. So, guys, if you get an opportunity and you have something to drink, let's crack it open and bless this stream. And that will help me to talk a little bit more, too. So, all right. Now, I want to go ahead and cover one more thing. We've got some, as you saw on my pre-main, which is right here, you guys have seen, there are quite a few new TCGs coming out over the next, I would say, the next year, we'll say. So coming back to here, let's go ahead and I'm going to start with the first one. Then we'll get into the rare tower. Excuse me. And then we will obviously move along as I've been doing here recently. So, all right. So there is, we'll go ahead and get this one set up. And let's start with the first one. The first one is called Soulforge Fusion. Believe it or not, this actually is a new TCG coming out from Richard Garfield. Apparently he has a couple of them out, not just Magic, but there's another one. It's another Forge game, Mana Forge or something like that. But this one is in association with Justin Gary. If you ever were involved in the Ascension deck building game, then you'll know what his kind of background is, along with Richard Garfield. So putting these together now, this is apparently, I'm going to read some information that I got for you about this. It seems very interesting to me. I'm not sure if I will get into it, but what it is a physical/digital game. So all these cards that you get, you'll be able to scan them in, and not only will you be able to play with them physically with people, but you'll also be able to use the same cards as you scan them in into an app where you'll be able to play other people as well, which is what I think that Magic eventually is going to do. But right now, they're selling on both ends. They're selling as digital and as cards. But I think it'd be really neat to be able to get your cards, scan them, because you already own them, and have them in the game. So, but of course, that would probably take away from WotC's dominance in making money. So, anyways, so some information from a company called Stoneblade Entertainment. So they announced that this is going to be released this month, September 22nd. So this is one that's been in the work for a couple of years, apparently. And it is the sequel to a game called Soulforge. Fusion is the second step. Now, Soulforge came out, I believe, back in 2016. And in 2019, they kind of closed the doors on it. But I believe that they were working behind the scenes since then in order to reopen this as a physical/digital game. So that's going to be kind of interesting. They did a Kickstarter, obviously. I say obviously like you guys knew. So they did a Kickstarter to fund the game. Apparently they raised about $250,000. So this is one of those Kickstarter games. But the only reason that this one is interesting to me is because Richard Garfield, the creator of Magic the Gathering, is actually involved in it. And it's some of the aspects of the game are kind of interesting. Let me move on to my second slide for this one. I'm not sure if it is... okay, so in this particular kind of game, you get to level up your cards as you play the game. So as you're playing, I mean, it's kind of like, buffing your characters in Magic the Gathering, I think. And there are some additional ways that you can continue to do this. But it says, thanks to our unique algorithmically generated card printing process, no two decks will be the same. Now, the object behind this, I'll explain that to you in a few. So it says, originally funded by Kickstarter, the game is now almost ready to go and will be available in stores September 22nd. The core premise of Soulforge Fusion is that players fuse together two half decks to create a full deck of cards. And then throughout the game, you'll actually shuffle your deck to continue to mix it up a little bit. So it's kind of interesting. We'll walk through some of that in just a few minutes. I don't want to take too long on this. But anyways, there'll be half decks and booster packs available in physical forms. And those cards can then be scanned into the Soulforge online database to use in online battles. So there you go. The digital side of Soulforge, while having an official website and leaderboards, will actually be conducted via Tabletop Simulator. So it's very, very, very interesting. So you will combine two procedurally generated half decks. It gives you an easy way to customize your deck and wildly expands the possibilities of a collection. Creating cards by fusing two halves together gives over 15,000 possible cards in the first set alone, more than were created in the first 20 years of Magic the Gathering. So I'm a little excited about this. They say fuse, so I'm not 100% sure how it works. So if anybody knows anything about that, please feel free to drop it down in the comments. All right, so let's move on to the next little step of this. Here are some of the cards I wanted to give you an idea of what some of their cards look like and whatnot. So these are pretty interesting to check out. Let me go to page 2 here. This is their official Kickstarter, so you'll have physical and digital play. It's designed as a physical game that can be played in person or remotely. Each unique deck can be scanned in so everything else. In-person or online tournaments. They'll be hosted at events and conventions like Gen Con, PAX Unplugged, and more. And then tournament kits will be available for stores that want to host physical or digital tournaments and will include actual prizes. So that you'll have. Now, what you would do is it says you shuffle how to play is you shuffle your 2 level 1 decks together. You choose your Forgeborn, which are these down in the bottom here, and then draw 5 cards each turn, but you can only play 2. So you draw 5, you play 2, and I'm not sure if the second 3 go back into the game. I haven't found a YouTube yet on playing the game. I'm sure there's one out there and I just didn't find it. Each card you play will level up and become more powerful in the future. You will alternate playing cards until you're ready for battle. And then every 3 turns you shuffle your deck and upgrade your Forgeborn, gaining access to new and more powerful abilities, which you see right here. You see the 1, the 2, the 3, and the 4. So you start off with 1, and then as you go to 2, 3, and 4, it's kind of like Saga cards. To a degree, it's kind of like Saga cards. So it'll be interesting, very, very interesting. So I'll let you guys gaze upon that while we go ahead and get started with the Rare Tower. So appreciate, once again, you guys swinging by. It's really, really cool of you guys. So look at that already. Cathar's Crusade. We'll take it. Put that in the sweet spot. The sweet spot is $5 or higher. And as of right now, that is a $6 card. We can always use sweet spot cards. So Obscura Interceptor, 17 cents. Can't use that one. Now, if you remember, we had all hits on our last episode. And I believe mostly this is going to be all hits too, because I had about 250 cards pulled out. We only got through about 50 or 55 cards in the last segment. So I believe you're only going to see a few non-hits right here. And then mostly the rest of these will be hits again. So, hey, no problem. All right, so there's Ginny Faye, Jetmare second. We will go ahead and change that into the foiling version of it. That is the, let's see. So we got to change that to the right version. And bam, there you go. Nice hit. That is a $10 card. And all because of, yeah, you got it. So let me go ahead and grab that will be a $10 card that will be thrown into one of the games at some point. Obviously, I scan these to make sure that on the day of the game, they are still worth their value. So those gilded cards are really, really nice. So next is Xander's Lounge, $5.50. Once again, sweet spot. Anything above $5 is the sweet spot, so we'll take it. So that helps. Hey, listen, guys, this is really helping to build this game up in this little time of lullness that I have to go through, so that I don't have to scan so much. Now, granted, I'm going to be putting out more of these videos so that you guys can continue to answer the special question of each video, which we will get to here not too soon from now. That is 93 cents. It is within the threshold of putting it into Twiddler's buy-in. So let me go ahead. I apologize. I got the wrong one there. We'll go ahead and grab Twiddler's buy-in right here. Flip this card around, put it in here, and put it into the buy-in box. Very cool. Is that Anji? Anji, the Great-Hearted. That is the Japanese version. That is a very, very cool card. That is on the way up. Wanted to double check the number on that one. There's 184 War of the Spark. That is like the alternate art, and that is correct. It is at 129, so it is at that spot where I can go ahead and put this into the buy-in. So we'll go ahead and put this into the buy-in portion of it here. All right. And then Svalin of Sea and Sky, $1.73. That is number 69, I believe so. Yep. So we will put that in as a $1.50 card. $1.50 card. So that will go into the game at $1.50. And then Hagra Mauling, the foil version. I believe that is number 106. It is. So we got Hagra Mauling on the front, and then of course Hagra Brood Pit on the back. So being that is $1.36. Interesting. And it's trending downward. So I will go ahead and put that in the Twiddler's buy-in. So if you guys are interested in the foiled version of Hagra Mauling, that is one you could possibly pull if you pull a buy-in card. So very cool. All right, next is Dosen the Falling Leaf. Dosen the Falling Leaf, $8.68. Sweet spot. We'll take it. That is 205. It is. So $8.68 puts Dosen in the $8.50 portion of my boxes. Phenomenal. Cordial Vampire. We'll take that one. Let's see if we can get it to scan. There we go. Cordial Vampire, $1.34. It is trending upward. Okay. So on these ones that are trending upward for the buy-in box. Now this one, because it's trending upward, I put it in here and I'll scan it later. If it makes $1.50, we'll put it in the game. If not, we will go ahead and take it out of the game. So Dissipation Field, $7.18. That doesn't seem right. That looks like 32. It's $1.70. So that will be a $1.50 card. There we go. And what do we got next? Roiling Vortex. Roiling Vortex, number 156. Let's see if that's right. It is. So we will put that in Twiddler's buy-in. So yet another dollar buy-in card. So as you can see, there is a flex, when it comes to the actual buy-in card. So Dalthy Voidwalker, very popular card. People love it. $7.50. We will put that into the sweet spot. So there you go. That is another sweet spot card. I think I've got several of those now. Let me take a look. We got Dalthy. Nope. I think, you know what? I think I probably gave a couple away here recently in some games. So they probably are not. I do not see them in any of the other bins. So, okay. So that is a Dalthy Voidwalker that is available now. So Brilliant Restoration, $363. Foil version is $240. That is $363. Is it on the way up? It is on the way down. So I will put that in the $2 bin card. So there you go. See? You guys get a deal on that one. That is a $2 card because more of those will go in. Celestial Mantle, foil version. Let's see if that is number 96. If it is number 6. So that is this Zendikar version. Look at that. Holy smokes. Very nice. $23.33. We will take it. Wow. That is, now I scan all my cards at TCG Market. So that's what they are going for right now. So if you looked it up right now, being that this is recorded a few days probably before before you actually see it. It's a good possibility. There could be some flexibility. So 23, we will put that in as a $23 card. And hopefully by game time, it will still be up there in value for you guys. So I want to make sure you guys get the best value that you can out of the cards that you get. So let's go ahead and add this in. And we'll throw that in right here. And that gives me a nice little chunk. And we'll go through a couple more, and then I will move on to the next card, or the next TCG game. Eldamri's Call, number 197 at 11. It is, wow, another one. This is one of those teen cards, we call them, because they are in the teens, basically anywhere between 1050 and 1950. We would call a teen card. Definitely need more of those, because I put about, 7 or 8 of those in each game for you guys. Just depends on how many high and low cards I have. So if I put more of the high cards in there, I take out some of the lower cards. And if there's, I got a bunch of the big ones, we put in, it averages out. It averages out for you guys. So, all right, Overwhelming Splendor, 335. Let's make sure that is card number 19. It is. So 335, that will go into the $3 box. And last one will be Stinging Study. Let me see if I can get that to scan. That is not the checklist. Nope, still not the checklist. Let me pull it up here. Let's see if I can get it to. All right, let's actually type it in. Stinging Study. Already a decent card before we changed the number to 371. And that becomes a $6.31 card. So very cool. That is the sweet spot. Go ahead and put this in the $6 box. And we will move. Oh, well, I did say one more, so that was the one more, but we'll go ahead and do this one. Drink him if you got him. There is Uvenwald. And is that number 439? It is. There is your Mythic. That is a $1.50 Mythic. So we'll put that in. We'll go ahead and clear this out. Okay, and then I will... That is set. Okay, so let's move on now. All right, so our next one, which I know some of you guys... I've heard some people talking about this. I don't know if it was any of us, but... Lorcana. Disney is putting out a trading card game soon that is supposed to, I guess, compete with Magic and Pokemon. So, but it's not as intense, they say, as far as the playability. There's not as much skill involved in the playability factor of this particular game. Obviously, because it's more of a beginner's game, they're saying. So, maybe it will evolve over time, but it's supposed to use both your evil characters and your good characters and everything. So it might be one of those evil versus good games. But here's some information regarding it. So Disney has partnered with a powerful new ally called Ravensburger. They are a 139-year-old game publisher. The new joint effort is called Disney Lorcana, a family-friendly collectible trading card game. And the first sets are expected in the latter half of 2023, so probably around this time next year. Most board game consumers will recognize Ravensburger for its popular line of Disney-themed strategy board games called Disney Villainous. The series began in 2018 and now contains nearly 30 villains from all across Disney, Marvel, and Star Wars universes. The basic idea of this game is basically... a place called the Great Illuminary. Let me pull up this other one that tells it even better. So, all right. Let's see. It's still a year away from launching. Let's see. In a statement made, it says probably the largest investment they've made. So they are pumping a lot of money into research, and they say the actual art is going to be like storybook, they call it. And then it says, right here. The first 7 characters to be featured in the game will be revealed at the D23 convention, which opens September 9th. So if any of you are going to the D23 convention, I guess that means Disney 2023. So that is in 8 days. I'm not 100% sure where that's at, but they will feature a Disney and Marvel gaming showcase. So we'll see the first cards themselves there, which should give us a slightly better idea of how it actually plays. So that will be really interesting. Okay, so it is, let's see, it's described as a beginner-friendly TCG that pulls back to confrontation level from like all the strategy and how complex it can be in Magic. It won't be that way in Lorcana. So basically a baby Magic, because in the beginning, Magic wasn't that complex either. So it will be, let me see if it tells. Lorcana puts you into the robes of an Illumineer, which is a sorcerer who can channel various Disney characters, songs, stories, different things. So that instead of having enchantments and sorceries and stuff like that, you'll have stories, songs, characters, so on and so forth. And the art style will be reminiscent of modern storybooks with hand-drawn elements being combined with digital effects. And they are saying that there is a lot of technology going into the foiling process and different styles of cards. So this is supposed to be a very highly collectible game. And it's going to be interesting to see. So, and Disney is a huge conglomerate. So if they can put out something that is massive, it is a good possibility they could grab part of the market. So that will be interesting to kind of track and follow. So, all right, let's continue on with the Rare Tower for now. Starting off with Library of Lang. That is the 4th edition version of it at $1.53. I am double checking. Yep, 1995 print. So that is in near mint condition. That would normally, matter of fact, that should be, it is not because it is an uncommon, but it is $1.50, and that will go into the vintage box. So we'll put that aside. We'll get that all, that's all sleeved up and everything, so we'll take care of that. All right, Rockfall Vale, $3.64. Man, that has dropped over time. I tell you what, it's a great card. It's a great land. But unfortunately, these land cards from Midnight Hunt seem to be losing their luster a little bit. See, we might be able, I don't know if you can see it here, but you see up there is at its high of around 4, dropped down to about 3. Now it's kind of recovered a little bit. So unfortunately, it is right now sitting at 364. So, all right. So hopefully those will make a return to prominence. That would be really cool because they are excellent cards. So, all right, Mirrodin Besieged, $3.20. That should be number 57 card. Let's take a look, see if it is. It is. So this is a $3.27 card. So, guys, just kind of an update on my housing process. We are still in the process. Unfortunately, us doing the closing kind of fell through tonight. So we are waiting for tomorrow. Tomorrow, hopefully, it will happen. So we have finally hit a bump in the road, and it wasn't because of us. It was because of the buyer. So no problem. And it wasn't really the buyer themselves. It was a buyer's title company. But it is what it is. It's still scheduled. Everything's still pushed out. Everything looks good still. Hopefully it'll happen soon. So I was able to gather a little bit of time in order to put this together. But this will be the last video that you'll see from me for a little bit. As tomorrow, we will start packing. And everything will be torn down and whatnot. So thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Definitely love the community. You guys are phenomenal. You guys give me a reason to come back week after week after week, especially with my games. And you will see them again soon. I definitely want to keep pumping out some stuff for you so that you guys know I'm still here. And as you know, I'm giving away a collector pack, so why go away, right? All you got to do is watch, and I will be announcing the question here momentarily. So Chasm Skulker, number 85 at 427. That is not number 85. That is actually number 46. So it says that is a It says it's a Magic 2015 promo card. So it is number 46, Magic 25. Okay, there we go. All right, so it looks like it's $1.25, as you can see right there at the bottom of your screen. So that will go into it is not the promo. So it will go into the Twiddler's buy-in. So there we go. All right, so back to it. Zealous Con scripts. See what we got going on here. $1.72 for card number 354. Is that 354? It is. So that will go in the $1.50 bin. All right. Brea, Ethereum Shaper. This is one. Okay, there we go. And the foil version. There we go. Is that number 192? Should be. It is. So Double Masters, 192, and that is 1023. So it'll be a $10 card. Very nice. Does not look like it's fluctuating in price recently. As you can see, it's not high or low. So we will go ahead and mark that down as a $10 card and put it in for your winning pleasure. So get that in here. Very nice. All right, next up is Fury. Nice. 2366. So that is a $23.50 card right there. Very, very cool. That is MH2, so Modern Horizons 2. Very nice card. I remember when this one was a little more valuable, but I think some of these sets coming out have been kind of decrying some of the value, just snatching it away from some of these cards here recently. I don't know if it's the set. I don't know if it's the economy, maybe. The economy could be causing some of this, but it is what it is. I know that these will bounce back, unlike stocks sometimes. Sometimes they fall and they're done for. So, all right, Summoner's Pact 431. That is card number 234, I believe it is. All right, we will slide that in there, and that is $4 bin. And Veto, Thorn of the Dusk Rose 269. That is 127. So let's see. That is 127 standard. It is not a promo or anything. So there you go. $2.69. That is a $2.50 card. We will put that in here. And there you have it. All right. So let me go ahead and set up my next stack. And then we will talk about the last one. The big one, I call it, because, in the past, this particular company basically had a semi-successful TCG, and I believe it ended not too long ago. I know that they wanted to continue it on, but unfortunately sales just weren't there, so they are revamping the entire game. Now, it is all under wraps at this point in time. But what this one is called is Star Wars: The Deck Building Game. I don't know if you guys have heard about this yet, but I found some information on it today. There's not a lot of information, and they're saying it's tightly wrapped right now. So all I can say about this one is to kind of keep your eyes out for anything that you might see on this one, because they're saying that it's supposed to be a rival to all of the TCGs out there. So they've got a lot going on with it. If you guys know anything about it, feel free to please put it down below, so that we can all know some more information on it. That would be really, really cool. So, all right. So Heartseeker for 326. If I find more information on it, I will definitely give you information. Let me see if I can. I do have a tiny bit of information on it here. Let me get it pulled up. Holy smoke. Oh, that's not foil. That is definitely not the foil version. So that is number 358. So let's take a look. 358 for Commander Legends is 749. So that is a sweet spot card. We will take it. We can always use more sweet spot cards. I want to make sure you guys get a bunch of sweet spot cards in the game. So, all right. It's almost done loading. As soon as it gets done loading, we will definitely take care of it. Is this card number 279? It is number 139. Is it on the way up? It is on the way down. So we will put that in the Twiddler's buy-in. So there you go. Buy-in box. And last one, Vito's Thorn of Dusk Rose. There we go. And let's get the foiling on that. Is it 127? It is. So that is a $3.80 card. So we will put that into the $3.50 box. So there we go. All right. So what I've got is, it says Fantasy Flight Games has announced plans to publish a new Star Wars game in 2023. So it will be next year. The new Star Wars deck building game will be released in 2023 and is being designed by Caleb Grace, one of the lead designers of Marvel Champions, the card game, and the Lord of the Rings card game. No other details were provided about the game other than the game will be a competitive PvP style game as opposed to a co-op style card game. You can check out the released teaser image, which you see right here, which shows Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader squaring off. On one level, the news that they are making a Star Wars game isn't much of a surprise, obviously, because we know about the other one. At one point, Fantasy Flight Games was the premier maker of Star Wars tabletop games, although several of its bigger sellers were transferred to a different Asmodee-owned game studios over the past few years. At the same time, Fantasy Flight Games has leaned more heavily on its card game portfolio. So it just looks like it appears to be a different kind of card game based on its preliminary description. While Arkham Horror and Marvel Champions are both co-op games, Star Wars, the deck building game, appears to be a competitive game and isn't a living card game that's built around an ever-expanding set of cards with scenarios and new packs released on a monthly basis. So it says isn't. So that'll be interesting to see what exactly they are talking about. Now, in many rounds, they are saying that this is a physical game. But the more that I read into it, the more it looks like it's going to possibly be maybe a game, you know, like Hearthstone or something like that. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens. I'm not 100% sure, but the more information that I'm seeing on this particular game, the more I'm really liking. But I was a fan of the old one, and it's lost its value and everything over the years. So, Oathkeeper, $9. Now, so it's a sweet spot card. We'll put that in there. So, one of the things that I liked about, now there are some cards left over that collectors definitely go after. So, it's not to say that, so I need to adjust this, obviously, because that is too small. Interesting. Okay, so apparently we do have some cards. So let me do some adjusting here. Make this a little bit smaller. And then open this up a little bit more so we see more of the card and the verbiage on the card. So let's scan that again. So you guys get to watch me do some testing here. All right. Let's see, it was the $9. Let me pull this Oathkeeper back out. Since this was so large, I want to go ahead and use the big card to, there we go. All right. So it looks like we're barely in there. So let's go ahead and make this a little bit larger right here. And then we'll go a little bit larger over here. And a little bit larger over here. Look at that. See, you guys get to see it firsthand. So there we go. All right, so let's see how that looks now. Yep, now it's not going to scan. Let's see what we can do here. There we go. It's wrong, but still looks good. All right, so let's slide. We'll go back, and we'll do one more. There we go. Nice. That comes up beautifully. All right, cool. So we'll put that back into the sleeve. And like I said, like I was saying, I can't wait because I like it when the market is full of luster. I don't want to just have one game out there. I want there to be lots of options. Now, granted, we know who the big dogs are. We know that Pokemon, probably Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know if Waycross is doing really well or not. Flesh and Blood, Metazoo, where there's 5 or 6 of them that kind of fluctuate. But the big dogs, Pokemon, Magic, and I'm going to say Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I still see a ton of tournaments and things locally going on, are your big guys, and they are not going anywhere. I can definitely tell you that, or at least from my experience and what I am seeing, I'm pretty sure they're not going to be going anywhere anytime soon. But I like to see new things that come out. I loved getting into all the different, back in the 90s, when all the influx of new games came out. It was so refreshing. It actually drove me more into Magic because I wasn't just playing Magic. I was able to explore and see the differences in other games. That's a $5 card, by the way. And it kind of always gave me more appreciation for what Magic was. So that right there is going to be really cool, guys. Any more information that I see on it, hopefully I will be able to tell you guys more about it as I get more information on it. So, all right. So the question of the night is, I kind of had 2 in my head, and I'm kind of tossing around what I think I want to ask you guys. And I think the question I really kind of combines the 2. I love tradable card games, collectible card games, and I love the physicalness of it. I like meeting new people. I love communicating with you guys. I want to know from your perspective, basically, is Magic the only game you play, or do you enjoy other games, other card games, collectible card games? If you do, put it in the comments down below. If you don't, put in the comments one that you wouldn't mind trying. Flesh and Blood. I would love to try that at some point in time. That would be my top one. My top one. Now, if this Disney or the Star Wars comes out, I would love to try both of those. And this, the Forge one looks really, really interesting. I think Soul Forge is going to be really, really cool. I'm hoping, and maybe I can get my hands on some of it and crack some of it once I get a little bit later in the month. So we'll see how that works out and everything. I think it's always interesting to put my hands on new stuff. So yeah, just share down below in the comments what we know you love Magic, or you wouldn't be here to begin with. What I want to know is, what else do you like besides Magic? What would you try? What would you like to try? What other games did you get in? Hell, I'll take whatever games you used to play before you played Magic. What is it that really, really interested you? There was one called Jihad back in the day. We used to love playing that, turned into Werewolf. And then we played X-Files. An ex-girlfriend of mine used to be a big, big X-Files fan. And we got tons and tons and tons of X-Files, because that's what she wanted to play. So while she was buying me Magic Alliances, I was buying her X-Files. That's about the time that it came out. So it was really interesting, really cool to go through a lot of those back in the day. And I think we're going to see a resurgence. Now, granted, there's a lot of Kickstarters out there. And if you listen to people like Rudy and stuff like that, you're going to find that a lot of these Kickstarters, they're really going bust once they release all their stuff. I'm sorry, let me take a look. $3. Okay. A lot of them are going bust right after release. And it's sad and crazy, but it is what it is. And, if the market doesn't like it and the market isn't going to have it, totally understood. So tell me, what is it that you guys like? Sweet spot card, by the way. What is it that you guys like? Put it in the comments below, and thank you so much for participating. I really, really appreciate it. So, all right, so let's get back to all this. Obviously, I've been doing it through our conversation. It is not the $15 version. It is the $8.40 version. It is on the way down, so we will make that an $8 card. Monastery Mentor. Don't know, another sweet spot card. So we've gotten quite a few sweet spot cards tonight. We'll go through those in a few minutes. We are nearing 45 minutes, so I'm going to have to wrap this up soon. I promised you guys I would not make these as long as I used to, which was about an hour. I tried that a couple of times. I know that you guys got into it, and obviously I'm going way late into asking my questions, so I do want to apologize. Look at that. There's Dark Ritual. Nice. That version is worth more than the OE versions, unless it's, alpha beta, but I apologize. Instead of OE, we'll say 4th and 5th edition, stuff like that, that's fully available still. So that is a $5 card going in there. And we will wrap it up right here with Haunting Voyage at $258. So we'll put that in the 250 VIN 250 bit. Ooh, let's get the Celestis in too. That is a mythic. Drink him if you got him. 250 and Celestis. So, oh man, that has dropped in value too. So, all right. So we will take that, and Luxury Suite, you are going to have to wait until next time. Guys, I really appreciate you joining me. Don't forget. So I'm going to bring it up so that you guys can see it, so that you don't forget. There you go. Don't forget the giveaway. Answer the question, put it in the comment below. You will automatically be entered. That is your one. We're going to run a bunch of duck races on the 4th of October. And then we're going to take the winners of those duck races and race them together. And somebody is going to win that collector pack. And we're going to make a nice little event out of it. So I really appreciate you guys joining me. I really appreciate you listening to me ramble on about some stuff. And watching some cards going on. And just kind of culminating all this in one. I'm trying to be as interesting as possible for you guys. And I'm hoping you guys are liking it. So if you've made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. We're going to be moving soon. I love you guys. I will be back soon, and we will have more fun. So take care, everyone.